Hello, everybody. I hope you all had a great Christmas and full bellies and great memories and blessings. I know I've had a lot and received great news, and I'll be able to share it with you all after the first of the year. I got a lot of great blessings coming and can't wait to share them. This is about a Wendigo encounter, and I believe I've had one before too. I'll tell you that story at the end of this, and you can let me know what you think. This is a story about my Wendigo encounter while hunting in the Ozarks of Missouri. This story takes place 4 years ago during rifle season of 2019. At the time, I was 20 years old, about to turn 21. As a birthday present, my dad decided to go hunting with me. I was pleased by this because he's always busy and I don't get to talk with him as much as I want to. So I spent the week before opening day and went to bed eagerly that morning. Though I got a call from my mom, she said, "Hey daughter," I'm using daughter to not reveal my name. "Sorry, but your father has come down sick. He said he isn't going to make the hunting trip." Naturally, I was upset by this and just got ready to go hunting after hanging up. I had, after all, spent all week preparing. It would be a waste not to go now. So I got ready, grabbed my rifle, hopped in my pickup, and when I get set up in my stand, it was still pitch black out. I decided to close my eyes for a bit, and for those non-hunters listening, you want to try to get out of your stand while it's still dark. You want to try to get out to your stand while it's still dark, guys, when the deer are still hunkered down. That way you're not scaring them away. So I was sitting in the stand with my eyes closed, started hearing footsteps, and I was confused by the steps. The steps made, it sounded like bipedal and sounded really heavy, unnatural. I lived in the Ozarks my whole life, and my parents often joked about me acting more like a boy as a child. I was constantly in the woods and getting dirty. So I feel like I have the right to call myself a knowledgeable person about these woods. This was not normal. Suddenly, my dad's voice rang out from the darkness. "Daughter," which was my name, "I've come to hunt with you. Can you tell me where you are?" This confused me in a number of ways, as my dad is a joking, carefree guy, and would have done his best to sneak up on me and grab my foot or something. Also, he knows where the deer stand is. And he's the one who put it up. And we haven't changed its location once, as it never fails to provide. It always gets us a buck to shoot at. And on top of all that, the voice was wrong. It was emotionless and monotone, and sounded more like a recording instead of actually coming from him. So I sat motionless, eyes wide open, and looking around the dark forest trying to see anything, if I could see what it was at all. Because I knew what it was. I listen to this podcast regularly and know of Wendigos and skinwalkers, being able to mimic people's voices, including your loved ones. My heart started pounding as I silently started panicking. I was trapped. If I was discovered, I wouldn't be able to outrun this thing, and my rifle started feeling useless. Then I stifled a gasp and I saw a shadowy humanoid figure appear from the darkness. I couldn't make out any of the features out, except unnaturally long arms that brushed against the ground as it took heavy steps in the dark fallen leaves of the fall. It looked around, walked past my stand, repeating the same thing over and over, my name. "I've come to hunt with you. Can you tell me where you are?" I stayed in my tree stand long after the thing had passed, and I waited till sun to come up to get back to my truck. While I was walking through the forest, I felt like I was being watched, and I kept hearing sticks and branches break. It felt like hours before I got to my truck. I got in and quickly started it up. I looked into the rearview mirror and now have a memory burned into my mind from that one look. A tall, pale figure, leaning out from behind a tree, watching me leave before letting out what sounded like an angry and unnatural scream. I then let go of the steering wheel and covered my ears instinctively before quickly grabbing it and jerking it off to the right as I about hit a tree. The scream was so unnaturally loud. My heart pounding in my chest, I drove back home, where slowly recounted the events in my mind. This hasn't changed my love for the woods, and I still hunt that area to this day. I've never experienced this thing again, though. I then got to, and I still hunt this today. Sorry, guys. And my dad did end up having COVID, but pulled through and went hunting with me the year after his experience. This is the first time sharing this story, as my parents have always just laughed when I talked about cryptic topics. So as I write this, I feel like I'm taking a heavy weight off my shoulders. Thank you for allowing me to share this on your channel. But there are things out there in the woods that will hunt you, and they will try to make you think that they are things that they are not. Never go to them or let them know where you're at. I think it would have been bad for me if it would have seen me, or if I would have went to it. Guys, whenever I was at my granny's, I saw two things in the hog pasture one night that me and my cousin did not know what they were, and they were tall, pale, skinny, white figures that had long, unnatural arms and was very, very skinny. They stood up out of the cattails, and instead of coming at us, they stepped over the fence, which was a 4-strand barbed wire fence, and just stepped over it, long, skinny legs, and walked away from us into the pond that was far away. Why it didn't come at us, I don't know, but they actually went away from us. I don't know if those were Wendigos or what they were, but when I read this story, it kind of reminded me of that. What do you guys think? Do you think it was Wendigos at my granny's I seen, or do you think it was something else? I'll look forward to seeing that in the comments. And if you don't mind, guys, smash that like button. It means a whole lot. Let's try to get the likes up on this channel, which will raise the algorithm. Let's see if we can get over 100 likes on this video or more. That would really help, guys, and I would appreciate that a lot. And until next time, guys, keep your head on a swivel. Don't be something's dinner, and thank you all very much for your support and for smashing that like button. We'll see you on the next one.